Hey guys, welcome back. It's Deb from Bowl Me Over. I'm so glad you're here today because I have a super yummy recipe, and that is my stuffed bell pepper casserole. Kind of unstuffed casserole because there's no stuffing involved. It's everybody's favorite, and I think you're really going to enjoy this recipe. Let's get started. Let me tell you what we're going to need for this. We're going to use ground beef, and I use a 93.7. Don't have to drain it. It's got plenty of flavor from the 7. So we're going to need ground beef. We're also going to need some cheese, bell peppers, of course, onion, some Worcestershire sauce, diced tomatoes, some rice, ground beef, garlic, and then my favorite, which is the spices. We have salt and pepper, paprika, and Montreal steak seasoning. I really like the steak seasoning because it gives it like all the things. And it's a really easy recipe to boot. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and clean off my workspace and let's get cooking. Okay, we're going to start by browning the ground beef. So I'm going to put it right into the pan and just break it up. I want to get a nice sear. We're just removing all the pink from it. And we're going to let it cook and do its thing. And while it does that, I'm going to dice the onions and bell peppers. So let's get started there. And when we dice these, we just want to remove the seeds. And I have just a few seeds here. And the membrane. And dice it into bite-sized pieces. One thing that I'm going to do that's a little different is as this is browning, I'm going to put the veggies in the pan. And the reason I do that is because I want it to absorb all that good flavor from the meat. And again, I'm using a 93.7, which means 93% meat and then 3%, can't add today, 7% of the fat from the beef. So it's not going to be fatty, it's not going to be greasy, it's just going to be tasty. Cooking the vegetables with that as it browns is just going to give them a ton more flavor. One thing that I like about this recipe is that I don't have to feel like I'm standing there for the ground beef to brown while I'm waiting for everything else. So it's kind of cool. So you're cooking away, you're adding your vegetables, all that good stuff. And again, we're softening the bell peppers here. So all is good. And you just want a small dice. Everything's going to be bite-sized, everything to fit on your fork. I have it over medium heat. I increased it to medium high just to get a little bit better sear on it. It already smells good in here. Gotta love that. Okay. To that, I'm gonna add some seasonings. And again, that's the Montreal steak seasoning, paprika, salt and pepper. Just gonna let that cook and sear for just a minute. And while that's happening, I'm going to mince my garlic. Just got to get all the pink to be gone in the ground beef. So it's going to take a minute more, probably about 3 more minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, so our hamburger is nice and browned. So now we're just gonna finish this up real quick. Gonna add that garlic right to the pan. And to that, the Worcestershire sauce. and give it a good stir. Garlic doesn't take long, like 30 seconds to a minute to cook. So I'm actually gonna stop my pan because it'll finish up obviously in the oven anyway, and add the final ingredients, which is the diced peppers. For this, I'm using the fire roasted just for a little bit more flavor. Cup of rice, uncooked rice, because stuffed peppers obviously have rice, right? Okay, beef stock. In it goes. I'm just gonna give this a stir and make sure everything's coated well. And you know what? I am going to turn this on for just a few minutes more and let that cook for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna clean up my workspace. We're gonna get our casserole dish ready. And I do need to add a touch of cheese to this. So I'm gonna do that right first before I stop. And what we're gonna do with that cheese is just incorporate it. So just stir it in. This is cheesy, it's savory. I always say that something special happens to bell peppers when they're cooked. Oh my gosh, this is so good. And you know, don't take my word for it. There must be, I don't know. There's a ton of comments on the blog about this one. Everybody likes it. It's just so, so good. Okay, gonna clean up my workspace. Be right back. Give me just a minute. Okay, we're ready to put this in the oven. All we need to do is add our nonstick cooking spray. And then we're gonna pour this right into our casserole dish. It's gonna look watery, that's okay, because there's rice in here. And the rice is gonna absorb all that liquid, all that flavor, and it's gonna be amazing. So I just spread out the top of the casserole dish so it's nice and level. I'm gonna top it with a little bit of cheese. Some of my leftover cheese, about a half cup. And then we're ready to bake this. I'm using heavy-duty aluminum foil. If you do not have heavy-duty aluminum foil, use 2 sheets of aluminum foil. It will seal it better. If you don't use heavy-duty aluminum foil, the rice won't be done. And you'll say, but I covered the casserole dish well. No, you gotta use the heavy. I don't know why, or the 2 layers. It will seal it perfectly and your dish will be done in time. So anyway, to the oven it goes. 45 minutes, 375-degree oven, preheating in the background. We're gonna cook it again for 45 minutes. We're gonna let it set for 10, and then we're gonna have dinner. Be back in a bit. Okay guys, boy does the house smell good. So this is the stuffed pepper casserole. It baked in the oven for 45 minutes. I did take a quick peek, and then I let it set for 10 minutes. So that is exactly what we want. But it's not quite pretty enough yet, right? So I'm gonna tuck it underneath the broiler. I moved up one of the shelves. So I'm gonna tuck it underneath the broiler for about 2 minutes. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. You know how careful I am with the broiler, because we wanna make it look extra pretty. Hang on real quick, I'll be right back. Oh my. Does this look amazing or what? Goodness. So the peppers are soft and tender. The rice is perfectly cooked. And I know that this is boiling hot. So I'm gonna give my mouth a break. I am not gonna try it for a quick sec. I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna cover it loosely with foil for about 10 minutes. Just let it cool off. We'll be right back. Okay guys, who's hungry? Oh goodness, it smells good. Okay, let's give it a try. Oh boy, wow. It's really juicy. You can see that with my plate here. Yum. I haven't made this in a long time, but it has continued to be, I get compliments on it, comments on the blog. Every week somebody's commenting because they love this dish. So let's enjoy. And there's a reason. Wow. So it's meaty with the ground beef. The rice is perfectly tender. Something special, I said that earlier, but something special happens to peppers when they're cooked. They become so sweet and tender. And look at that. Oh, so good. I know Dan's gonna be happy for dinner. That is just yummy. Guys, I hope you give it a try. It's easy. It's like hands-on. We cut up a few things, throw it in the oven. Yeah, that's a good one. Definitely want to try it soon. It's Deb from Bowl Me Over. The complete recipe's below. There's a link. You can click over to the blog if you want to check that out. There's some frequently asked questions, all that good stuff over there. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'd appreciate it. Thumbs up, all that good stuff. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.